Fire doesn't always destroy everything. Many times it brings things to light. Matter of fact, watch this. Let's start with the impossible. For this trick, I'm going to borrow a deck of cards and a box of matches. What's going to happen is I'm going to take these cards right out of the box, and I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to be in charge of pretty much every decision that goes on in this trick to make it just as fair as possible. Now, I'm going to have you pick out 7 cards. So you want to pick out one from here, just pick out any 7 cards you're choosing. That's a, what's it, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? Complete freedom in what cards we're picking. And we don't need the rest of the deck, put the rest off to the side. Then you can take this and even shuffle it up if you'd like. Now, I'm gonna go through and make a prediction here. Let's see. Okay. I think I have something that I locked it in my mind, and you'll see exactly how we're gonna prove it later. But I've locked that in my mind. Now here we have a box of matches that I had you pull out. In this box, of course, we have a handful of matches. What I want you to do is take out any number of matches and put it right on top of this packet. And it could be all of them, it could be none of them, as many or as little as you want. Let's say you pick out 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? Completely free choice. You put 5 matches on top of this packet. Now, just to be fair, of course, you picked out the matches, you picked out the cards, and you shuffled them up. We counted 5 here, and check this out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's your card, the 4 of hearts, right? Very fair. And I knew that was the card you were gonna pick. That was my prediction. Pretty impressive. No, okay. You probably don't believe me. So here's what I'm gonna do. Right here, there is a piece of paper. There's nothing really on it, but we could actually try something really cool. I could take some fire here, right? Just like this. I could take some fire and I can try to light up a little bit right here without actually having the paper catch on fire. And I had one prediction written down. It'd be a lot cooler to see if you were actually here. But my prediction, as you can see, was the 4 of hearts. I mean, come on, that is pretty cool. Hopefully now you can see it better. Now, obviously that's not luck, it's pure magic. And that's how we're gonna start off the first video of 2026. Let me show you how it's done. To give credit where it's due, the underlying effect of this trick is known as It's a Natural by Martin Gardner. What I did was I was reading this trick and I'm like, it uses matches. How can I make this a bit more fun? Matches, of course, you can set on fire and use for things. And I feel like incorporating fire with this method or with this effect would really elevate it. So that's what I did. And the performance you just saw is the product of that. So what I'm gonna do in this video is talk about how he taught this trick originally and then show you how I added fire. Of course, my method is a bit more difficult to do, but I don't think it's super hard. Just requires a bit more prep and a bit more work, but I think it's definitely worth it. So let's dive right in. Of course, for this trick, you're gonna need a deck of cards and a box of matches, 11 matches to be exact. To begin this trick, hand the deck off to the spectator and let them shuffle up the cards, because the more interaction that they have throughout this entire effect, the more impressed they're gonna be when you do that magical reveal at the end. Right, so the deck has been shuffled up, and now they're gonna pick out a packet of cards. Now in my performance, I said 7. Of course, it has to be 7, but you can play this however you'd like. Ideally, you don't want them to know how many cards there are. So let's just say they take out 1 card at a time until you say stop. So it's 4, 5, 6, 7. You're like, all right, that should be enough. So they picked out any 7 cards they wanted. The rest of the deck can go off to the side and have them shuffle up this packet of 7 as well. Again, you're demonstrating complete free will throughout this entire effect. What you do now is you take this packet and you memorize the 3rd card from the top. So this is the top right here, 1, 2, 3. You're gonna be memorizing the Jack of Hearts. What you do is you memorize that card, you put this down here, and you tell the spectator you're gonna write down a prediction. And of course, the prediction you write down is Jack of Hearts. Wow, that's very bad heart, and you'll see that in a minute. Jack of Hearts you write down, you make sure they don't see the prediction yet, and you leave this in plain view the entire time. Put the Sharpie off to the side. Now here we have 11 matches. Of course, the spectator doesn't know that, but there are 11 matches in here. And this is where it gets fun, because regardless of how many matches that they put on this packet, the result will always be the 3rd card from the top. So let's work through every situation. Let's say the spectator sees all these matches. They decide they can put anywhere between 0 to 11, anything they want. So let's say we start with 0. They decide to put 0 matches on here. So you say, okay, let's take a look at the number of matches inside the box. You're going to count these matches, and that's going to be 11. So if they say 0, you count the number of matches in the box. That's 11 matches. You take this packet, turn it face up, then you count to 11 like this. You take the top card, or the bottom card, or the top card as everything is face up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And the card you land on is the Jack of Hearts. Now let's go through the next case. Again, Jack is third from the top. And let's say this time they put 1 match on top of this packet. So you're going to do something very similar. You're going to remove this match here and say, now how many are in this box? Of course, there are 10 in this box. You do the same thing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But nope, sorry, I messed up. So if they put 1 match on top of the packet like this, you're going to go, how many are remaining in the box? I say 10. So instead of the packet being face up, the packet's actually going to be face down. And you're going to do the same thing. You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And the 10th card will be their selected card, or will be our prediction, the Jack of Hearts. Now let's go through the next case. Let's say if they put 2 on top like this, right? You're going to do the exact same thing, but you're just going to do it slightly different. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. But instead of looking at the 9th card, you put 9 on the bottom, and you show the 10th card being the Jack of Hearts. Now, what's perfect is the packet's face down, and they put 3 of these, right? If they put 3 of these down while the packet's face down, then all you got to do is count 1, 2, and 3, and you show it's the Jack of Hearts. That, I feel like itself is pretty cool. So that's 3. If we go to 4, right, they put 4 on top here. You're going to turn this packet face up and count 1, 2, 3, 4, and show the next card being the Jack of Hearts. If they put 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you're going to do the exact same thing. Take these 5 off and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 5th card will be the Jack of Hearts. If they put 6 matches on top of this, right, they put 6 matches on top, you're going to disregard the 6, and you're going to go to the 5 that are in the match box and just do the exact same thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your card is the Jack of Hearts. Now, if they put 7 on top, you're going to do the same thing that you did for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's your card. If they put 8 on top, man, I'm just sloppy now. If they put 8 on top, again, you're going to disregard the 8 number. Say there are 3 in the box, and you're going to count from the top, 1, 2, 3, and do that reveal. Now, if they put 9 on top, you're going to come back to what you originally did. With the 9 on top here, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you look at the 10th card, right? Just like this. And of course, if they put 10 matches on top of this, right, there you go. Set of 10 matches on top of this, then you're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and take a look at the 10th card. That's a Jack of Hearts. And lastly, of course, you know, if they put all 11, which is the same as putting 0, you take that 11 number, brush this off, turn the packet over, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and there is their selected card, or our prediction, the Jack of Hearts. So, regardless of how many matches they put, as long as there's 11 to start with, in any case, you can come to find the Jack of Hearts. Now all you gotta do is take out your prediction and show that it was Jack of Hearts the entire time. And that is Martin Gardner's It's a Natural. Now let me show you how I changed that up just a little bit. My version of this, of course, as you know, takes a bit more work. You need a deck of playing cards, you need a box of matches, you need some lemon juice, you need a paintbrush, and you need a piece of paper, ideally thick. To prep, you're gonna take your paintbrush and dip it in just a little bit of lemon juice and write down your prediction very lightly on a piece of paper. With that being done, you also wanna make sure that piece of paper is dry so people can't really see your prediction. Now you can put this off to the side as we did before and start the trick. So for my prediction, I wrote the 6 of hearts. So there is a bit of a setup because I need the 6 of hearts within that packet of 7 cards. So before the trick begins, and here you won't be able to use a borrowed deck unless you're great at setting things up, You're gonna take that 6 of hearts and put it somewhere near the top. Just to keep things consistent, I put it third from the top. And this is why in my performance, I said we're gonna take out 7 cards, but you don't have to say that. Let's say we'll take out a handful of cards, and then I demonstrate to them how we're gonna take out cards. So if you wanna take out a card from like near the top, I literally just take out my 3rd card from the top, which is the 6 of hearts, put it down. If you wanna take out a card from the bottom, you can do that. And then I spread the cards like this, have them pick out the rest of the 5. This way, when I'm recapping and telling them exactly what happened, I tell them that they did it. They picked these 7 cards, although they only actually picked 5. And the main card I actually snuck in there. So that's a bit of psychology you can use for Magic. And now we have our 6 of hearts in here. Then all you have to do is let them shuffle it up. And when you take this back, you say you're gonna make a prediction. As you're looking at these cards, I got very lucky, 6 of hearts is right there. Let's say 6 of hearts is somewhere else. As you're looking at these cards, you wanna position the 6 of hearts, the 3rd position from the top, so we have the same exact outcome. What I do is when I'm separating the cards, I use my thumb to grab that 6 if it's on this packet. I use my thumb to grab the 6. I separate the cards like this, show it off, and the 6, comes to the 3rd position. From the top, I square everything up, put it down, and now we can start with the matches exactly how we did in Martin Gardner's original It's a Natural Effect. Right? So we have 6 of hearts. Let's just say they picked the number, I don't know, they picked the number 3 because I like someone picking 3, best case scenario. They pick the number 3, take these matches off, and you could even make this a slow reveal. You can count 1, 2, that is your card. Of course, we all know that's the 6 of hearts, but no one else knows what this is. And now you can do a slow reveal, right? You can put everything else off to the side, and we can pull out our blank piece of paper, but this is where we have the most fun. We say, there's your prediction. I have no idea what it is right now. You have no idea what it is, but I did write a prediction on what I think it would be. So you want to grab a lighter or a match. Obviously, a match would be better. I just feel like a lighter is a bit safer than a match, so I'm just going to use a lighter. And all you're going to do is, of course, start the fire. And really quickly, you're going to use this fire to come very close to the paper in which you wrote the thing. And just quickly move back and forth so you don't actually light the paper on fire. And that's going to reveal the burnt prediction on this paper. So if I just do that real quick, hopefully you can see it come up as I do it. Right, bring that close and just do that. There you go. There's the 6 and there's the heart. It's a bit more difficult to see without the camera. Well, without the camera being super focused, but look at that, 6 of hearts. And of course that matches the prediction. Trust me, when you do this in person and people actually see it just come up on that piece of paper, just appear out of nowhere, their minds will be blown. No sleight of hand needed, just a simple idea executed well. And this is why Simple Magic hits hard, because when you can build performance, you can sell anything. This year is going to be my most driven one yet, so if you haven't subscribed already, do that and then lock in. Wait, where do I put this? Oh my god, it's hot. Jeez, don't try this at home.